Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from Skiessentials.com. Welcome to our 2023 ski test. Today we're talking about the Dynastar M Pro 99. I really like this ski. It provides an interesting alternative to a lot of the popular around 100 millimeter skis on the market. Certainly a popular category of skis. You know, there's a lot of people are kind of shopping in that around 100 millimeter category for a lot of good reasons. They're incredibly versatile skis, firm snow, soft snow, everything in between. This category really handles well. And the M Pro 99 here is quite unique both in shape and construction. And I think that carries over to its overall feel as well. So let's take a look at construction first. I'll leave that ski propped up there so hopefully you guys can see. But we start with what Dynastar refers to as a hybrid wood core in this ski. So we get, typical traditional wood core, but we also get some polyurethane material kind of worked into the core of the ski. And what that does is it provides further vibration damping and a smoother ride. And that PU material is also a little bit lighter than if they just kind of extended the wood. So not only are we getting a smoother ski in the core itself, but we're also shedding just a little bit of weight. Not like a crazy amount of weight, but it is nice anytime you can take some weight out of a ski. And then that is supported with what they call Titanal rocket frame. So this is where things get pretty interesting, and this whole concept carries through to the shape as well. The metal laminate is very narrow through the forebody of the ski. It ends right around here, and then it gets wider and wider as you reach the bindings. Underfoot, pretty much a full width sheet of metal, and then it tapers again just past the heel piece here, but not nearly as narrow through the tail. Up here in the tip, it gets very, very narrow. Through the tail, it actually gets wider and wider and wider. So pretty interesting. I think a lot of skis and a lot of manufacturers are kind of doing the opposite by trying to build more torsional stiffness into the forebody of the ski and then a looser tail, and these kind of have the opposite concept going on. And I said that carries over to its shape, and it really does. So up here in the tip of the ski, we get all that rocker. There's quite a bit of tip rocker up here and much less tail rocker. The same is true with early taper. So you can kind of see that straight, tapered kind of javelin shape to the tip of the ski, but the tail is much wider, almost squared off back there, more of like an extended side cut style of shaping a ski. So what do all those things do to performance? I like to describe this ski as the reverse mullet ski. It's party in the front and business in the back, which is, like I said, kind of the opposite of a lot of manufacturers. So what does that mean? We've often described these as a real skier's ski. The reason is mostly because they're not going to pull you into a turn, which is especially noticeable when you're carving or when you're on firm snow. Because of that long, rockered, and pretty straight tip shape, it's not the type of ski that'll just hook up and pull you across the fall line. You have to give it the skier input to kind of get it to do what you want it to do. But a lot of skiers really like that. It's sometimes not great to be on a ski and it feels like it wants to do its own thing. Like the ski kind of is dictating how you're skiing. On this type of ski, you are in complete control. You are absolutely dictating how you are going to be skiing. Now, interestingly, the opposite is kind of true with the tail. So not that it really changes how you're controlling your skis, but it certainly adds a very, very strong finish to a carve in particular. So say you're skiing pretty fast, you're laying over some big arcs, that tail just has a ton of stability to it, and this is really a ski that you can trust at high speeds under a powerful, aggressive skier. Now, it's not the easiest in softer snow conditions or off-piste technical terrain, but it certainly can do it. This tip shape, again, really helps a lot. Any forgiveness that this ski has, any kind of ease of use in situations like that, is coming from this tip shape. Really lets you kind of steer the ski where you want to go without it feeling catchy and too aggressive and how it's kind of turning through technical terrain. But because the tail is kind of stiffer and flatter and there's not too much rocker back there, it does require some good technique and requires you to kind of unweight the tail if you want to get it to swing around behind you. It's not a smeary, slarvy ski, really by any means. And what's cool is Dynastar has those skis in the M free line. So if you want easier edge release, that kind of surfy feel, you might be better off in the M free line. But those skis can't really touch the overall power of the M Pro. So it's a real skier's ski. This is a real deal ski here. You have to kind of give it that input. You have to initiate your turns. You have to tell it what to do. And you should probably be a pretty darn good skier for a couple of reasons. One, so you can actually appreciate and use the power of the tailback here. The other is because if you are taking it off trail, it is going to require a pretty good skier to make the most of it and not feel too fatiguing. So awesome ski. I really like kind of the contrast to some of the other skis on the market, and I do think there's a lot to like about this. So let us know if you have any questions about the M Pro 99 here, and we'll see you out there on the hill.